So hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about pain. We'll focus on the ascending pathway of the pain and descending pathway of the pain as well. We're also going to focus on area called substantial gelatinosa. Imagine you had a right hand injury. Now what happens and how do we feel pain? The pain signal from the site of that injury will travel towards the brain and perception of the pain sense is felt. The signal going up to the brain is referred as ascending pathway. Now, injuries in our body felt on certain area of our brain called the somatosensory cortex. Let's recap the brain briefly. Here is the cerebrum, brainstem and cerebellum. The somatosensory cortex area sits posterior to the central sulcus. Let's have a look on cross section of brain. This is the area where the pain sensation is perceived. As we all know, the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body and left side of brain controls the right section of the body. So this is your right side of the brain and that is your left side of the brain. In continuing with the brain, this is your brainstem consisting midbrain, pons and medulla, and here is the cross section of the spinal cord. Now moving onwards, spinal cord has nerves coming out from the anterior root and nerves coming in from the posterior root. Nerves coming out from anterior and nerves coming in from posterior root. Let's moving onwards. There are different tracts present in the spinal cord such as spinothalamic tract. Now let's go back to the right hand injury. Now whenever an injury in our body occurred, some inflammatory mediators got released. Inflammatory mediators such as cytokines, histamines and mainly the prostaglandins. Here I denote these prostaglandins as PG. These prostaglandins then stimulates the sensory neurons or sensory nerves and move into the spinal cord. These are secondary sensory nerve fibers and stimulated in the presence of prostaglandins and moving in spinal cords. That first neuron which carry these sensory impulses in the spinal cord known as first order neuron. Here another neuron carry these impulses and take these impulses towards the brain till midbrain. From midbrain, now this is thalamus. Thalamus is our relay center. This is second order neuron. From thalamus and another neuron, third order neuron, carry these sensations towards the somatosensory cortex area. This is the left side of the brain. We got an injury on the right side of the body, right body or right hand. Here we perceive the pain. Now moving onwards, the descending pathway. This is your ascending pathway in which first order neuron carry these impulses, and the main thing, a chemical is responsible to transmit this impulses to speed up, to boost up, and that chemical is substance P. Now descending pathway is responsible for controlling and inhibiting the ascending pathway. And the important area of the descending pathway includes the mnemonics PAG, that is periaqueductal gray matter of medulla, and NRM, nucleus raphe of medulla, and PAG of midbrain. The neurons then arise from the PAG and synapse with second order neuron, which is serotonergic and noradrenergic neuron, and moves in the dorsal horn of the spinal cord. Dorsal root of the spinal cord. This is the descending pathway. Now moving onwards, there is another neuron, a third neuron in blue, which also plays important role in this area. We'll talk about later. This dorsal horn of spinal cord is pretty important area. This dorsal horn of spinal cord is very important. We can call it like a gate. So gate control of pain. If we zoom it into this area, it can actually be referred as substantial gelatinosa. So just recap this whole area. Here we have the first order neuron coming in and synapse with the second order neuron. Here the first order neuron bring an action potential with eventually stimulates the vesicles and release its content into the cleft, and the content here is substance P, and it will stimulate the second order neuron and transmit to brain. Coming down from medulla, here in red is a neuron from descending pathway, the serotonin and noradrenaline neuron, which release serotonin and noradrenaline, and they do two things. First of all, they inhibit the rupture of these vesicles, and second function is they stimulate that blue neuron, another neuron, that interneuron. It is also called as opioid neuron. After stimulation, it releases an opioid named as enkephalin, which has two functions. First is to inhibit the rupture of the vesicles, and second is inhibit the whole ascending pathway. So enkephalin is responsible for inhibiting the whole ascending pathway.